Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Let's go to the border now, where the Biden administration continues to insist that the surge of migrants crossing the border on a daily basis is somehow slowing down, while the situation in sanctuary cities up north, cities like New York, continues to get worse.
Yeah, here to discuss is New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us. So New York City officials who were originally planning on housing migrants in gymnasiums and public schools are now walking back their plan amid parent protests, which obviously I expected to happen. Is this a public safety issue in the city and probably other cities across the country?
Of course, these are illegal immigrants coming across the border. We don't know who they are. We're not tracking them. We're not testing them for COVID, for tuberculosis, for any of the other diseases that we've eradicated for the most part in this country, like whooping cough, mumps, measles, and some of the children have. But putting people in without any vetting, coming across the border illegally, we know that the cartels actually have operational control of both our northern, and they're getting control over our southern border. They're able to come through Canada into places like New York and then get a driver's license and go all over the country and get that veil of safety by having an officially issued driver's license from the fourth largest state. So yes, they could be a threat. We don't know who these people are. Why would we allow this? And why are we transporting this sanctuary city policy into the rest of New York? You know, the other day, Kathy Hochul said that New York City is bursting at the seams. So don't be surprised if you see illegal immigrants or these people up. She doesn't want to call them illegal immigrants, which they are, in sanctuaries, in sanctuary areas up in upstate New York, and then expanding into counties that don't recognize sanctuary. And into fields, she said. They're going to be in fields with tents. We're going to put them everywhere we can. And who's going to pay for them? The taxpayers. They need medical care. They need health care. They need all kinds of taxpayer items. And who's going to pay? We're going to pay in New York. The highest taxed residents probably in the country, maybe save California. And she just used another $1 billion out of our New York state budget to increase in taxes to just for this purpose. So yeah, she's going to keep giving incentives for them to come here.
I thought New York and Chicago and Washington were supposed to be sanctuaries. You know, like a nice sanctuary. When you think sanctuary, you don't think 100 people stuffed into a public school gymnasium. No. I read one of these reports, and it basically said, oh, parents and kids, you know, our babies don't need to be worried because they lock the doors.
Oh, yeah, they lock the
doors. So all
these
That's migrants don't have access to the rest of the school. Would you, any mom or dad or grandparent out there, be comfortable dropping your kids off at a school knowing that there are 50 to 100 migrants sleeping, living, doing everything else inside the gym attached to the school? I think the answer is an overwhelming no. Congresswoman, take a listen to what the mayor of New York City had to say when he was asked about migrants being sent throughout the country to cities, including New York.
If it was the federal government directing where migrants are moved to throughout the United States. And
we have 108,000 cities, villages, towns. If everyone takes a small portion of that, and if it's coordinated at the border to ensure that those who are coming here to this country in a lawful manner is actually moved throughout the entire country, it is not a burden on one city.
Congresswoman, 30 seconds. Why don't Democrats take their case to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, our border czar?
Why is this okay? He said lawful. This isn't lawful. They've taken over. This is enriching the cartels. That's all I can say to this mayor. The cartels are making money. They're taking advantage of your city and our state and our country. That's all it is. They're making billions of dollars, whether it's inhumane trafficking of children who are being raped, who are being abused along the border, being taken from their families so that they can be enriched by cartels. It's all about the money, and these people don't see it. And they're taking advantage of our taxpayers and of our communities. It's totally unfair and unlawful.
Great point. Good to see you, Congresswoman. Thanks so much for being with us on this Monday morning. We appreciate it.